Hi everyone, in this video we will have a quick walkthrough our Xtrabulk bulk SMS software. Here I'm already logged in as admin, super admin, and we will start by having a look on the admin settings and the features available for you as admin to manage all aspects of the software. Here in the settings page, here you can allow your users to view the SMS pricing table, yes or no. Here you can enable debugging mode for troubleshooting if you're having any PHP errors. And here you can, for maintenance purposes, you can delete all sent messages and received messages, and here you can define the default currency for payment. It can be any currency code you wish, and here you can define how many free credits you want to give for the users when they self-register on the application. If you don't want to give free credits upon sign-ups, you can set this value to 0, or if you want to give them some free credits, you can set it to 1. It will be €1, or 0.5 will give them 50 euro cents. And here there are some tuning, PHP tuning features, like script processing timeout, the maximum file size, or this is the memory limit, and the server timeout, and the default time zone. And currently the application is only available for in English, but can be translated to any other language as per your request. Okay, so now we will move to another. As super admin, for sure you have access to see all users registered on the application. And users, you can create users manually, or users, they can self-register by themselves by using this sign-up page. So here, for example, you on this table you see basic information about the user, the email used for sign up, the name, the username used for sign up, the last login date, the SMS credit balance, and the account type. There are only 2 account types: super admin and member. Here you can block the user, or can also be called to deactivate a user. Here to delete a user, and here to edit the user information. Passwords are user passwords are encrypted and cannot be viewed. You can only manually change the user password, or the user can request to reset his password. Here you can change the account type. Here you can disallow or allow the user to use SMS features. In this, if you disallow the user to use SMS, he will only be able to log in, view his contacts, and view his available balance, but will not be able use any SMS features. Okay, and here in the bulk SMS screen, there are also some screens that are only available for the admin, like the price setup. Here on this page you can set up all SMS pricing for multiple countries or for a single country, depending on how on your client base. If you use some businesses, they are working locally, just in a single country, or you may have also clients worldwide, and you would like to provide them with a global coverage. This pricing table, pricing and routing table, comes already preloaded with more than 1,000 mobile network worldwide, with some example pricing, so it will be easier for you to quickly set up the pricing as you wish. Here you can add pricing manually from scratch, or you can import prepare the pricing in CSV format. You can download an example file from here and import it to the pricing table. Here, for example, if you want to set up pricing for a certain user, you can search by country. Let's say we want to set up pricing for a user who wants to send to the UK. So we search UK pricing. Here, as you see, each pricing is each user has his own pricing, and for each user you can define the pricing per network, and you can also define each network will be terminated, the SMS will be terminated through which provider. And one very useful feature as well is that you can copy pricing and then edit it, so you can quickly assign it to another user. So for example, we'll delete this and we'll redo it again. So for example, we want to set up pricing for the user for all networks. So we will copy this. It's already been copied here, and we'll go edit it and we search the user we want to assign this pricing for. The country code for United Kingdom 44, and here you give a descriptive name, because this will show for the user all UK networks. And here's a network prefix, as we are setting this price for all networks. So we just need to assign the mobile prefix for UK, which is 447. Here, for your own records, you can enter here your buying price, the price that you bought from your SMS provider as a reference. And here you can set you can display, you can have like three level of pricing. Like if tier 1 is the cheapest, and you can set up this pricing according to the volume bought. Like if someone buys from 1 to 10,000 SMS, the price will be 0.02. If someone buys from 10,000 up to 50,000, the price will be 0.016, and more for purchases more than 50,000, the price will be 0.012. And here you need to input the active price, because sometimes you display this information, but it's the actual time of the customer sometimes wants to negotiate a little bit. Sometimes you need to give some discounts for your customers. So here you need to set the active price. So let's say, for example, this customer bought 10,000 SMS, so we will set up the pricing 0.02, this price, okay? And we need to activate the pricing and define the SMS provider. Right now the application comes pre-configured with 4 gateways: Cardboard Fish, Ozeki, SMS Gateway, now SMS, and Twilio. For sure, if you have a different provider and you want to integrate it, we can integrate this. We can integrate any SMS provider HTTP API for an additional fees. Okay, and here you can input some remarks for demo. And you click save, and here, and let's view this as, let's see, we will auto log in to demo account to see the changes that we made. Here we are logged into the user demo. Okay, we will go to the price and SMS price and coverage. We will see the price that we have already set up for him. He will be able to view this, and this is the only destination that he can send to. He cannot send to any other destination that is not configured on his account. Alright. Once we are logged into a user account, we need to log out and log in as admin again. Okay, so let's return back to the SMS Screen. Another feature available for admins is to configure SMS providers, and this is really very easy. Once you have the application installed on your server, all you have to do is input your username and password for your SMS provider. Let's say, for example, you have an account, you're buying SMS in wholesale from Cardboard Fish, and you will be reselling this SMS through Xtrabulk SMS software in retail, or for after you put your own margin. So all we have to do is to if this is the default cardboard fish URL, and port, if yours are different you need to change them. Here you just put your SMS HTTP API username here and password, and activate the gateway, and you after you set up the pricing, you are ready to, you and your clients are ready to send SMS. All right, and here virtual numbers, you can also buy virtual numbers from different from any provider that are currently that are already integrated into the software, such as Cardboard Fish or Twilio, and resell it for a higher price. To add a new virtual number, you have to select the provider. If you bought a virtual number from Cardboard Fish, you select it, or from Twilio, you select it. Or if you are buying virtual numbers from different providers and you have Ozeki, SMS Gateway, or now SMS Gateway, and you have already connected this virtual numbers with HTTP API or SMPP API, you can select Ozeki or now SMS, enter the number here without this format, without leading plus, without 00, and assign it to a user, activate it and save. Okay. Here, this tab, you can view the virtual numbers, assign it to your account. Here you can set up SMS keywords for receiving SMSs. Like for example, you can set up a keyword like join us, and when someone sends this keyword, or this keyword will be detected within the body of the SMS sent to your virtual number. You can set up here an auto reply message, like with dynamic information, like dear sender number. Here it will print sender number, thank you for joining us, or something like thank you for joining us, your number has been subscribed to our SMS news, something like that. And you can define to auto reply, the sender of the SMS auto reply will be sent from which sender, from the same virtual number, the receiver number, or from a different number. Okay, and here you can define when the message is received from this number to add or subscribe this user to which group. You can also, if you want the user to be unsubscribed from a certain group as well, you can define it here, or you can unsubscribe the user from all contacts. Okay, There is a lot of features and a lot of possibilities to do with SMS keywords. We will discuss it later in another video, because you can also set up combine SMS keywords with email replies. Here you can define the SMS senders. There is two types of SMS sender ID. Alphanumeric sender ID, the maximum length is 11 characters. This is a standard, a telecom standard, the same for all providers. And the other type of sender ID is numeric sender ID, and maximum digits is 16 or 17 digits maximum. And in case of numeric sender ID, it needs to be in international format, without leading plus, without 00, without leading 00. If you put plus before the numeric sender ID, it will be considered alphanumeric. And in this case, if you're expecting users to reply back to you, the message may not be able to be sent back to your virtual number, as it's not a valid numeric sender ID. Okay, so the last thing left to do on this screen is to send SMS to a group of contacts. So we will go to, first we need to import or manually enter some contacts. I've already created here. You can create contact groups from here. I already created one here. We select the contact group where we want to add contacts. You can add contacts manually, or by importing from text file or CSV in this format, like the country code, the comma, the number, and lastly the contact name. I have already prepared a file to import. All numbers are imported successfully without errors. If there is an error in the format, it will show the error in which part, in the country code or the number or the name. Let's double check that the contacts are imported successfully. We see here the country, this is the country codes with the number, and this is a full number including the country code. And here is a contact name. So now let's go ahead and send a demo bulk SMS. Here I selected the language English. If you're sending your text have Unicode characters. Unicode characters means like any other language other than English, like Turkish, Chinese, Japanese, Arabic. In this case, you will have to select Unicode. And even if you don't know, don't worry, the system will auto, if you select the language English and you put any Unicode characters here, when you will try to submit the campaign, it will give an error and you will have to change the language to Unicode. Alright, so here we have a feature to personalize the text SMS, like to say dear name, thank you for visiting. Submit the campaign. It will tell you how many messages has been submitted to the queue. It's a good practice before, when you submit a campaign, the messages are not directly sent. As a good practice, it's good to go to SMS queue preview and preview your messages before sending, because once the messages are submitted to the network, it is charged and it cannot be cancelled or anything. So here we see that the name personalization is working. Dear Candice Butler, thank you for visiting. Dear blah blah blah, and so on. Okay. If here you can edit the queue, you can delete certain records, or you can delete all queues if you found an error. And to start sending, you need to go to sending queue and click on start queue sending. Here, for the purpose of the demo, nothing will be actually sent. It will just give an error because I didn't set up the pricing for this network. As you see, it's already sending, and after it finishes, it will give a message. So here it's displaying the last message that was sent, and as you see, it says no gateway is enabled for such prefix. I did this intentionally, so because there was no need to send all these messages during the demo. And once you see there are no messages to send, it means that it's finished sending. You can send directly from the browser by starting the queue here, or you can run, if you are sending a large volume of SMSs, is better to run it in the background. And we can set up as a cron job as a server to run on a certain interval of time, like every minute, every 5 minutes, or every hour, as you wish. And here you can come back and stop the queue sending. And here, while if you're sending from the browser and you wish to stop the sending, you can click pause queue sending from here. So as this messages has failed, you can go here to failed messages, and you will see that all the messages that failed. This messages has failed because we didn't set up a pricing for UK. So we can, if we still want to actually send these messages, we will go to price setup, set up the gateway for sending to UK, and come here again one more time and click here and move. What will actually do, it will put all the messages that failed again into the sending queue, and you'll come here and start sending again, or put it into the sending in the background. In our case, we don't want to keep them in failed messages, so we will delete. We don't want to resend them again, so we will delete them from the queue. Lastly, here in inbox, outbox, you can view a log for all the sendings, and you can export it in different formats. You can search messages by a message or by sender, and you can delete selected. And here, this is Outbox, and here you can view the inbox for received messages. And here on the payment screen, the software already comes integrated with PayPal, and we can integrate other popular payment systems like Payza, Money Bookers, or now it's called Skrill, Intercasa, etc. And in this video we will not go through the admin panel for setting up the payment gateways. We will do it in a later video. But in general, you can set up the minimum payment. Like for example, if we'll try to make a payment with €1, it will give us an error message that at least we must pay €5. Enter 5, continue. It's confirmation. Once we confirm, it will take us to PayPal. For demo purposes, this is using a sandbox, but once you become an owner of the software, you can change, you can put your own PayPal email and put it in sandbox or in live mode. And here you can view all payments, transactions, and by default the purchased credits are instantly allocated to the user. For sure we can customize it the way you want. That's all. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please contact us. If you have any needs for customizations, to customize anything, for sure we can fully customize the application to your need. And for sure the application you will once you purchase a license, you can change the logo to your own. You will have access to the design files. You can change the CSS, colors, menu, and all design features. Thank you again for watching, and hope to talk to you soon.